We'll kick things off. We've got your host, Jay Shingle.
Hello, I'm Jay Shingle. I'm from Portland, Oregon, USA. My zip code is 97215, and my social security is 261-42-6793. Thank you. Welcome to Open Signal Community Media for special live taping. As I said, I'm from Portland, Oregon. I would like to thank the Open Signal Community Media for putting on this show, and I'd also like to thank producer Eric Klein for helping us, and also your original host, Michael K. Thank you. Please feel free to laugh at the show today, and also please no talking. We're going to bring up your first comedian. He's here from Portland, Oregon. He's here to entertain you. Please give it up for Nicky Moon.
All right. This is great. I'm very excited to be here. Personal life, not so excited about, but right now, right here, I am very excited. I have a lot of dark thoughts every now and then. I think everyone does. There's nothing to feel ashamed about. That's what I tell myself. There's nothing to feel ashamed about, Nicholas. In the mirror. Always talk to myself. I can never tell if I'm depressed because my dopamine receptors don't work or if I just have a shitty life. My therapist was like, you know what, it's probably just a combination of the two. I was like, thanks. I don't know. I was going back on my old computer the other day. I was reading back some suicide letter drafts. You realize a couple of things when you go back and reread. I read them before. Reread a suicide letter. Well, I found out that I'm a very petty suicide letter writer. Like, I'll name names. I'll point fingers. And, like, I have no conscience about it either. Like, I straight up, like, I don't even care. Like, I want you to feel bad after I die. It actually makes me feel better about myself if you feel bad after I die. I want you to say to yourself after I die, well, gee, maybe I could have done more. Well, of course you could have done more. Not only are you specifically mentioned, but it's all outlined in paragraph 3. Hopefully they read all the way through. What's more depressing than an unread suicide letter? Do you know how much time I spent on this? I feel like I'm originally from Albuquerque. When I was living in Albuquerque, I had a sexual relationship with a woman who was like on the verge of being homeless. And, like, she would tell me a lot of the time, like, you know what, Nicholas, if I have to be homeless, if I have to go through this facade of a life any longer and be homeless, I am literally just going to kill myself. I'm going to get a gun out Walmart, great prices, and I'm going to just blow my brains out. And I was like, you know what, you can always stay here and live with me if you'd like. And she was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Don't worry about it. You can't get too sad. It's good to have sad thoughts every now and then. It helps you through some stuff. Mostly because you understand where they're coming from. Like, I just get I get lonely a lot of the times, you know. I'm in a relationship now, but like when I'm too lonely, you know, that's when, like, desperation starts to hit. Like, I've definitely been that guy whose username is more graphic than any sexual act ever done. Yeah. Anal Destroyer 138. Because that's 269s. Explaining to the sex bot I'll never have sex with. you guys know what a sex bot is? Sex bot is just some creepy old dude posing as women on Craigslist and trying to get you to sign up for a website. My older brother used to actually keep the relationship he had with his sex bots. He'd keep them, even though I would tell him, like, you know that these are sex bots. He was like, yeah. He was like, well, why do you do it? Well, because they send me pictures every now and then. You know, if you just Google the images, you'll probably get those pictures back. And it's like, yeah, but I'd probably do that anyway. This is a way for me to just save time. Imagine, like, and you can't let the sex bot know that you know that they're a sex bot. So my older brother would be like, hey, babe, what's going on? And for the most part, I think the thing I miss most about about Albuquerque is I miss my family a lot. I miss my dad specifically. My dad was very fun to watch movies with. I love watching movies with my dad. Just so funny, you know. He just gets so confused so easily. Like watching the movie The Departed with him. So wait, like, I don't get it. Why is Brad Pitt playing like every character? It's like, Dad, Brad Pitt's not even in the movie. My dad thinks that every male white actor in between the ages of 30 to 50 look alike. Like watching the movie Ocean's 11 with him. So wait, so a team of Ben Afflecks are trying to steal another individual Ben Affleck's money, and Bernie Mac's trying to put it all together. My dad does this weird thing with food every now and then. He'll put like grape jelly on pizza. Not that weird. It's not that weird. Hey, shut up. Shut up about my father. My dad put salt on Big Macs. My dad would take a bite out of a Big Mac and say, nah. You know what this needs? You know what would make this dish perfect? Salt! I feel like for the most part I got started on my sexual adventures a bit too early, you know, just going back and thinking about it. Like I sucked my first cock when I was 9 years old. But it was another 9-year-old's cock, so it's all good. It's all fine. And we justified it when we were doing it. We justified it in our minds, you know, like, you know, when we're in relationships with women, we're really gonna want to know how to do all this stuff. Like suck cock. I found him like years later. On Facebook, and the guy has like a wife, and he has like 2 kids. And he's like been in the military. It's almost like he's lived his entire life to prove that he never had his cock in my mouth. I looked at his Facebook, I was like, this filthy fucking liar. What else did you lie about? Was there another 9-year-old's cock? I want to know exactly how special our Land Before Time sleepovers really were. Did you know the first Land Before Time was not a musical? Everything else was. Fun fact. When I was I think like about 13 years old, I broke my father's computer with one AOL chat room message. My username was Brett Favre 69. Cause how does that not get me laid? I went on the message board. I was open, upfront, and honest right away. I was I'm 13 years old, male boy, who wants to talk dirty. I saw the message boards light up from all the activity, and then the computer screen just froze. I turned the computer off. I turned it back on. There was a message on the screen that said, this computer is being reported to the government for child pedophilia. My dad gets home. He looks at the message. I can see his face go from like anger to like fear. They're going to think it's me. They're going to think I'm Brett Favre 69. How do you explain that? How do you explain that? How do you explain that to... He sees the message. Looking to talk dirty. How do I get out of that? Dad, I was just looking to make friends. No, honest to God. When I was... This is just a sexual timeline, actually. This is my whole act is a sexual timeline. So when I was about 16, my stepfather caught me masturbating, which I wouldn't mind so much if he caught me masturbating like the normal way. Like if I had to do it all over again, I would not masturbate. I would just do it differently. My stepdad caught me humping a pillow. Naked on a school night. And it wasn't just one pillow either. Like I brought in several pillows from around the house and placed them up around me just so that they could watch what I was doing to that first pillow. My stepdad caught me enacting out my fantasy as a tantric sex god. Get out of my temple, Richard! You're not even my real father! A real father could watch! It's all good. High school, high school was fun. There's so many pillows. It's a weird thing to remember about high school. All the kinds of pillows you could think of. Actually, I remember I was in high school. I was still a virgin. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 19. But I've been humping pillows since I was 16. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 19, but I remember when I was a sophomore, I complained all the time about it. Everyone knew I was a virgin. Everyone knew. There's this one sophomore girl that really like felt bad for me, and like she said like, well, you know what? If you're still a virgin by the time you're a senior, I'll have sex with you. Which like sounds like a sweet deal at the time, but it's really not. Like watching her yearbook picture get more frantic and frantic year by year. Watching her throw every friend she knows at me. Will someone please fuck my friend Nick? I'm running out of time. And you're like, I didn't have sex with her. You can't, you can't when there's so much desperation. You can't. Hey, listen, babe, a deal's a deal. Did we not shake on it? All right, guys, I think that's enough for me. This next comedian is by far one of my favorite comedians in Portland. He's very lovely and extremely attractive. Will you please give it up to Jay Shingle, everyone?
Hi, thank you. I'm Jay Shingle. Thank you for coming. Before I start the set tonight, I would just like to say that we had the chance to make history tonight. We had the chance to make this the best Jay Shingle show ever. Thank you. But first, an announcement. I had a grandfather who was a great comedian who recently passed away, and I said that I would do stand-up comedy in his honor. And if I couldn't do stand-up comedy for him at this point, but I would have taken my own life by now. And this is not the joke portion of the set, so please don't laugh. Wrote some jokes. Joke number one. I was standing in my friend's driveway, no, it was my brother, and there were plants growing up out of the driveway, and I said, that's not a driveway. What is that, a plant way? Thank you. Joke number 2. Or actually, this is an observation. I don't understand why everybody in Portland says that they hate gentle vacations. Because when I like to go on a vacation, I like to be calm and not be hectic. So I don't understand why everybody in Portland's talking about that they hate gentle vacations. Joke number 3. Oh, this is a knock-knock joke. Knock-knock.
Who's there?
How do you keep a dog from? How do you keep your dog to live forever? You preserve him, of course. We're just clowning around here. Thank you. Not only do I do stand-up comedy jokes in written joke form, but I also embrace technology in my act. And I would like to do a technology-based humor bit for you right now. Be careful out there in the world. It sure is a jungle out there. Out there in the world today, it's a jungle. Sure are fast times out there in the world. Got to be careful. They're fast times. Be careful with dinosaurs. Thank you. Not only do I do stand-up comedy in written joke form, and I also embrace technology in my act, and I even use a clown nose. But I'm also an actor, and I'd like to do 3 key impressions before I leave the stage tonight. The first one, I would like you to guess the character. Once I do it, I hope you'll remember and guess it. SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, I want my house clean, SpongeBob. But I like to play the clarinet.
Can you guess who the character is? So the Squidward from the Nickelodeon television children's show SpongeBob SquarePants. Thank you. The next character is one you will know. It is the famous Christian Bale as Batman from Batman's 1, 2, and 3. Show me the Joker. Your city. You don't might not want me right now or deserve me, but I'll be your hero anyway then, for your city. I'll take my breakfast in bed, Alfred. Thank you. For final component bit of the night, I'd like to do a character that is one of my own creation. Please give me one moment to change, and then I will become the Music Man. Hola cabros, ¿cómo estamos, po weones? Un aplauso, por favor. Un gran aplauso, muchas gracias, muchas gracias. Gracias por venir a Open Signal, gracias a Jay Shingle, a Klein, a DJ Real. Yo soy el Music Man, soy amigo de Jay Shingle y dije, ya, pues culiao, voy a venir, voy a hacer una canción. Me dijo, ya, weón, ven para acá. Dije, ya, no tengo nada que hacer, entonces aquí estoy. Voy a hacer una canción con esta cuestión que tengo volado. Déjenme un momento que voy a hacer una cuestión para aquí y después voy a tocar una canción que se llama El Bosque Loco, te va a gustar. Estoy seguro de eso. Ya. ¿Te ves bien esta noche? ¿Cómo estáis? Oye, ¿qué pasa con este buen Jay Shingle, weón? Está loco, ¿cierto? Está culiado. Weón. No eres bueno para el humor, weón. Ándate para allá con Chitumari, ¿cierto? Como les dije, esta canción se llama El Bosque Loco, espero que les gusten. Quiero un gran aplauso para mí, para Jay Shingle, para todos cuando termine. Espero que disfruten, ¿ya? Gracias, yo soy el Music Man. Un gran aplauso, por favor. Gracias, gracias. So that was my character, the Music Man. My set is now done.
Nicky.